Hi students, I am here today with the explanation of the first lesson in your Class 8 NCERT reader, The Best Christmas Present in the World, written by Michael Morpurgo. Christmas is marked by family reunion and exchange of presents. We are about to learn a vivid and emotive war story against the backdrop of Christmas. The author, Michael Morpurgo, revisits the trenches to tell the haunting story of Christmas 1914. What is the significance of this year? Well, on August 4th, 1914, Great Britain declared war on Germany, and it is seen as the start of World War I. The story is divided into three parts. In parts 1 and 2, we get to know how soldiers on both sides put down their weapons in honor of Christmas Day through the letter written by Jim. In part 3, as a justification to the title, we learn about Connie, aged 101, who receives a present from a stranger whom she mistakes for her long-awaited husband. It's for the readers to guess whether the present is the letter or the mistaken identity of the visitor. The narrator of the story went to a junk shop in Bridport. He found a roll-top desk which was in a bad condition. The man who sold it had told him that it belonged to the 19th century and was made of oak. The narrator bought the desk and had plans to restore it. He started repairing it on a Christmas Eve. He pulled out the drawers. The last drawer had stuck fast and he used much force to open it. When it opened, it revealed a secret space. In it, he found a small tin box. There was an envelope addressed to Mrs. Jim Macpherson, number 12, Copper Breaches, Bridport, Dorset. The narrator opened the envelope and noticed that the letter was dated December 26th, 1914, the day after Christmas. The letter was written by Jim Macpherson, the leader of the English troop, to his wife Connie. Jim had written about the unforgettable incident on the Christmas morning. It's evident that Jim was away from his wife as he was in the war field. On Christmas Day, the two armies stood in their respective trenches on the two sides of the no man's land. Suddenly, Jim saw someone waving a white flag from the enemy side. Then he saw many German soldiers calling out to them. First he thought it could be a trick and was alarmed, but he saw the enemy soldiers bringing with them wine and canned meat. They shook hands very warmly. The German leader introduced himself as Hans Wolf from Düsseldorf. Jim introduced himself as having worked as a school teacher in Dorset. The two leaders shared their ideas and feelings and celebrated Christmas by eating, laughing, and drinking. They also played football, in which the Germans won. In the night, the troops sang carols and had a peaceful Christmas. They resumed to their camps, hoping that the war would end soon. Jim concluded the letter, hoping that he would meet her soon. The narrator decided to hand over the letter to Jim's wife. He went to the address and found that the house was burned down in fire and Connie was in a nursing home. Connie had become too old by then. The narrator wished her Merry Christmas and handed over the letter and explained how he had got it from the roll-top desk. The old lady mistook the narrator as her husband Jim and asked him to read the letter so that she could hear his voice. She declared him as the best Christmas present in the world. The spirit of Christmas is the theme that prevails throughout the story. The message of peace and goodwill is brought out so clearly. The author has depicted that war and fight only brings sadness and humiliation. So let me wind up with this message. Follow the path of peace to attain happiness in the world. Thank you.